And as we mentioned, Duval County saw more than 300 cases. These are positive cases just yesterday. And according to both the governor and Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry, one of the big drivers, positive tests now. What's behind it? They say crowded bars. At least that's a big factor. And Mayor Curry is stepping up its enforcement of social distancing guidelines at bars and restaurants. On your sides, Troy Kless is live tonight in Jacksonville Beach. And Troy, the beach is becoming a hot spot for really all the wrong reasons. I know it's Thursday and it's not nighttime, but what are you finding about crowds and how businesses are getting creative to try to stay safe and stay open?
Thank you, Jeannie. Well, so far tonight, we've only seen a handful of people going out into the bars and restaurants that are open right now. But I did speak with David Vilmo over at V Pizza, and he says that they've been taking some of the social distancing and safety measures since March, since this all started, such as requiring employees to wear gloves and masks and doing an additional cleaning once a week. Now, he says that businesses, they can only ask the people to be responsible inside their stores, but he says that the city can also step in to make sure that people are following the guidelines elsewhere. David Vilmo is director of operations for V Pizza. Since the pandemic, he feels the city and state need to be clear on the guidelines in place so the stores can operate safely during this pandemic.
The more communication we get from them, the more we communicate back and forth to our stores, the better we can keep everybody on the same page to make sure we're doing everything we possibly can to stay safe.
He says the city's code enforcement agents have been periodically checking their store and others, making sure businesses are following Phase 2 reopening guidelines, an effort the city is increasing starting this week. On Wednesday, we told you about dozens of complaints for bars and restaurants since the start of the pandemic, 71 complaints for bars and 52 complaints for restaurants in 5 First Coast counties. We reached out to the city of Jacksonville to get specific numbers, but we did not hear back at our deadline. No complaints filed at V Pizza, where they continue to follow the guidelines daily.
Until a vaccine or something is put out, what other precautions can we take? What we know is we're doing every single precaution that we can take right now.
Those complaints we mentioned were filed across Duval and its 4 surrounding counties. That includes Baker County, Clay County, Nassau, and St. Johns counties. Now, we did reach out to the state to get a specific list of those businesses that were complained about, but we're still waiting for that answer tonight. We're live in Jacksonville Beach. Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.